Got to feel in heaven when my lover's near. Lord, let this moment last for another year. Though today has ended, the night's still young, I'd say. Lover, don't go away. Let it be the thing that I am longing for. Let's fly out from Manhattan to the California shore, just to watch the ships at night on the San Francisco Bay. Oh, lover, please, please stay. Don't say you have to go. Don't say you need to run. I'll stop the clock on Central Station and we can have a drink downtown. Let it be the night that I am longing for. Let's fly down south to Austin or to Ecuador, just to drink pina colada on a hot, wet summer's day. Oh, lover, please, please stay. Yeah!
Everybody!
Sawadee-ka!
Welcome to the Stir Crazy Psycho Set. I'm the Divine Danny D.
And I am Elle Diabloe.
And this is, I hit the wrong button by accident. I made some switches. We had a little screw up at the beginning, but it's fixed.
Oh, you didn't have to, I don't think anyone noticed.
Well, I'm telling you, my mistakes are transparent.
Are you hanging a lampshade on?
My mistakes are always transparent. If I screw up, you'll know I screwed up. Because if you don't know, I'll tell you. And if you do know,
you know,
you're better than me. Welcome to our regular every Thursday show, Psycho Set, where we ask the culinary question.
Why?
What time is it? It's sank.
All the way to 7.
All the way.
If you don't speak French, it's 5 to 7.
5 to 7.
That's what we do.
That's 5 to 7, which is the French happy hour.
Yes.
2 full hours.
2 full hours
for
of
a
happy
happy hour.
time for French people.
I never got that.
Why?
It's just because of because I don't know why it's happy hour everywhere else, and happy hour doesn't last an hour. I don't think anywhere.
That's it. Nowhere.
But I grew up in BC where there's no happy hour. You don't have happy hour.
Why? Is it like illegal?
Yeah.
Is it because you guys are always so stoned that everybody's happy at all the hours?
I think we're just. I mean, I've been here for now 12 years in Montreal.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I understand why you need 2 hours of happiness here, because it's a miserable bunch of people sometimes.
That's not fair. I don't think that's fair.
Well, are you saying that there's not an innate amount of anger in the city of Montreal?
I don't think compared to anywhere else.
Oh,
no,
I do.
I don't think so at all.
Yeah, let's fight about it.
You been to New York recently or Toronto?
No, because there's a pandemic.
Oh, it's true.
For those of you who don't know, we are.
Apparently you have happy hour now. So
fantastic! I don't have it there. I'm not even from there, so I'm there now. So,
well, you're from there.
But for those of you who don't know what we are based out of what we are. We are carbon-based organisms. Yay for carbon! We are based out of Montreal, Quebec, Canada. We are both burlesque performers. I'm a comedian, a host, a writer, a director, a producer.
So many hats.
I know.
I also wear lots of hats. I was a burlesque dancer in the before times and a choreographer, producer, host.
All the
all
things.
around
Cool dude.
backstage piece of furniture. That was me.
And when the pandemic hit, we said, let's hit the internet. And we did.
With our fists.
We took it by mild rain.
It was a small gust of wind.
No, we came in and we started this show, which is our little attempt of taking what were the other things we love, which is cooking and cocktails, bringing that into a little bit of our burlesque world, adding some of our cool friends that we have.
We have cool friends.
And some cool things that go on. And bring them all
If you
together.
don't like us, just wait till you see our friends.
And in 2 hours, you will be guaranteed to have been transported to a place of joy and happiness. Much like Max from Where the Wild Things Are.
Are we having a wild rumpus?
We are.
Oh, we should do a Where the Wild Things Are show.
We should do a wild. What would you do on a Where the Wild?
I would have a wild rumpus. When I used to teach.
What is a wild rhombus?
When I used to.
Like the geometric shape?
Why don't you? That's a rhombus.
That's what I said.
No,
you said that 3 times.
I said rumpus.
Oh, rumpus.
Rumpus. When I used to teach creative movement to very little kids, part of the class was like I would read Where the Wild Things Are, and then we would get up and we'd have a wild rumpus, and we would like do Where the Wild Things Are. So I always just think about having a wild rumpus.
It's a weird thing to ask.
As I got older, having a wild rumpus meant something very different.
It does.
Yeah.
But in our sense, what would you do if we did that show? What would you cook?
I haven't gotten that far yet.
I don't know. I'm just asking you.
I don't know. Something wild.
Like wild
Wild
rice?
game.
Like wild rice?
Wild boar, maybe.
Boar.
Wild boar.
Okay, cool.
But that's not what we're doing today. What
No.
are we doing today, Danny
Oh
D?
my golly, today is the first time we're starting another, so many new little sort of ongoing bits that we're going to do, ongoing themes.
I promise to wear more costumes in season 2, and
Well, this is kind of, we'll explain this in a second. Because this is the first of what we're calling our travel journals series, where we take places that either we've been together or we've been separately, some vacation, some trip, some
places that
place we've traveled to, and we bring a little bit of that and the food and the drink and some stories and some coolness.
It's pictures. There's always stories. When we go anywhere, there's a story. So I think this is going to be a fun segment.
Yeah, and last year, on today's date,
we were in Bangkok.
We were in Bangkok, Thailand. And today we are going to explore Thailand a little bit. The food.
I was thinking about this the other night of like, if I had to pick one type of food for the rest of my life, first of all, I'd have a big problem because if you've tuned in before, you know I don't make decisions well at all. And I often joke that like, if you catch me staring forlornly out anywhere, it's normally because I'm thinking about a cheeseburger. So that's going to contradict what I'm about to say. But I think if all of the other foods had to fall away, I would keep Thai food.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel the same way about Indian.
There's something about, and we'll get into like the actual, I don't want this to be like, if you've never been kind of episode, because that's not what I want to do, because there's a lot of the stuff that we ate or experienced there that we can still get here. But I find I'm a spicy food freak. I find that the heat level of Thai food, now granted, when we were there, we had to warn people when they'd say, do you like spicy? We'd be like, white people spicy, not Thai person spicy. But I like the heat of Thai food. I like Thai basil, I think is arguably my favorite flavor, like in the whole wide world. And the fruit. Like when you're there, and again, I don't want to do it, but when you're anywhere tropical, like if you go to Mexico or Jamaica or whatever, the fruit is better than obviously what we get in Canada, but like the colors of the food that we ate when we were there, mangosteen and dragon fruit and fresh mangoes and
pineapple, so much pineapple. And it was all incredible, and all of those fresh flavors are always like featured together in as clean and as fresh a way possible.
But I find that's really interesting because I find there's a brightness and a clean taste to Thai food. That's not to say that Chinese food isn't clean tasting, because I don't want anyone to misinterpret what I'm saying. But there's something about like the brightness of like fish sauce with the brightness of lime juice, and then you add a Thai basil to it. It's all very bright notes in the mouthfeel, and I like that. Yeah. So
I like a nice mouthfeel as well.
I dig the mouthfeel.
Different kind, I'm thinking. And I was so funny because I want to do Thai cocktails today, and there's not a lot of really specific Thai cocktails. There is a Thai national alcohol, which you can't get in Quebec. So I tried to.
Can you get it in Canada and just not in Quebec?
I saw it in a liquor store in BC.
Makes sense.
So if anybody's in BC who sees it.
Ma.
But so what I decided to do is the other way, and there's some really distinct flavors. If you like Thai food, there are some really distinct flavors that really go well with alcohol. What we're going to be talking about is lemongrass, Thai basil, kaffir lime leaves.
Oh, the trifecta of Thai.
The trifecta of Thai, and we're going to make a couple of drinks or twists on sort of standard drinks that we're going to use these things to make them kind of Thai infused or Thai inspired. Both of these are incredible drinks. They're very bright, fresh, very kind of summery. So it's
we need that now.
So if you're gonna have
it's depression month,
heat it up, this is the right one to do. So we're gonna do an interesting Thai margarita.
Nice.
And so we're gonna do. We haven't done tequila for a while. We haven't played with tequila, and I love tequila.
And tequila normally makes me belligerent, but I find in the cocktails that you make, I don't get so bitchy. So it's been good.
Yes.
So far.
Well, I think it's also because we generally only have one anyways.
No, but I used to get to the point where one shot, and granted, when you make it in a cocktail, I sip it, but one shot of tequila, I used to go for.
But how much were you drinking before that? That's the key, because I mean, it might be just like if you're a little bit hammered and you have that little bit more to.
I always found my tequila, one shot, and I would go from like the happiest person in the bar to like scrappy.
Yeah.
And like, what are you looking at? Which is so not my general sense of being. Let's say hi to the people.
Well, before we do that, I just want to say a couple of things. We're having a bit of issue with the chat, so I've seen a few people come in. I see my mom is there, Misty is there, but the chat is not showing that anybody's there. But I can see the other stuff is showing that people are there.
Okay.
One other thing I noticed last time. Right now, if you're watching, there's a few different places you could watch us. You could watch us on our Facebook page. You could watch us on our YouTube page. You could watch us on our Twitch channel.
Yeah.
You could watch us on our Twitter page.
Hey, Flyers Gritty.
And hey, Flyers Gritty's here! Yeah. You can also watch it on my personal Danny D Facebook profile.
Okay.
There's a bunch of people I was noticing last week were on that watching. If you're on that profile, the chat stuff, if you chat in there, it doesn't actually go back to here.
So where is the best?
So if you want to watch this and you want to get the full Stir Crazy experience, where you can chat with us, you can go on. I would recommend going to our YouTube channel, and generally you'll see it down there when I come back in. In fact, if I do this, that's not going to do anything. When we come back, you'll see it. But down here, you'll see our socials. But you can go to our YouTube page, youtube.com/StirCrazyShow, and /live if you want to go watch it there, or go to our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/StirCrazyShow. Watch it there. Both of those places you'll get the most optimal experience, and I think the best quality feeds.
Well, there you go.
So
if you disagree, feel free to let us know in the chat.
Facebook is good to have because for those of you who are in the States, Canada, everybody's still on Facebook in Canada for the most part.
I don't game, so I've never really spent time on Twitch.
Twitch, that's a bit of a misnomer. It's like saying that YouTube's only a place for stupid videos. It's not. There's so much amazing stuff.
YouTube's a place for amazing videos.
Twitch started as a gaming video place, but now there's so much more content on Twitch.
So what you're
but the
saying
difference is that it's all live
versus
YouTube, where it's mostly uploaded pieces of content. So it's really interesting.
I mean, I get it.
I'm good just playing games on my new thing I bought. What's the new thing?
What's the new thing?
What's the new thing?
Talk to us about your new thing.
What's the game you're playing? What's your new thing? We want to hear about it.
Also, look, we have a mascot today. Here's
Mr. Ling.
Here's Mr. Ling. So, here's Mr. Ling.
Hang on, let's bring him the overhead. They could see it. There you are.
That's Mr. Ling.
That's Mr. Ling right there.
Mr. Ling's legs go up and down.
He's a little door.
He's a little monkey.
He's a little monkey, yeah.
Ling is Thai for monkey, and when.
That's where those socials are. For those people who are interested, you can watch right down there. There's all our socials.
Le voilà. So when we went on our honeymoon, so why were we in Thailand last year? We went for the wedding of two of our dear friends in Cambodia. And because we had recently gotten married, we decided to do a honeymoon. Mm-hmm. And when we checked into our hotel in Koh Samui, this little, I can't tell if he's sitting on a rock or he has a very large phallus.
Those are giant square testicles.
I think this is just one big
giant tubular testicles.
Wooden tubular dick.
Like Mike Oldfield's song.
But
tubular
if
testicles.
You wanted to be left alone, because they were all little villas, it wasn't hotel rooms, it was like your own little house. So if you wanted to be left alone or you were having sexy time, you were supposed to put the monkey with the very large...
That made it sound like sexy time was somewhere you might not want to be left alone. Like you might want them to come in.
Well, you might want to be left alone because you were sleeping. Or you might want to be left alone because sexy time.
Okay, but you didn't say that. You said left alone or sexy time, not sleeping or sexy time.
Okay, but either way, if you didn't want to be bothered, you put the large testicled monkey on the door and people left you alone. Was the point of that?
It's ironic because you've got such big testicles.
And Mr. Ling decided to make an appearance tonight. So he's going to be hanging out.
So Mr. Ling is here.
Mr. Ling's watching us. He's going to watch over the show tonight.
Well, make sure he's in the shot. Let's get him in the shot.
All right, well, okay.
There you go. There he is.
There we go.
Mr. Ling is here.
Huzzah! To you.
We can give Mr. Ling his own cam if you want.
The Mr. Ling cam?
The Mr. Ling cam. Ready? Ready? Here we go. Put them right there.
Oh,
and so we can go Mr. Ling cam. Bang. Oh, he's a little low.
Oh, there you go, hiding amongst the Snapple and the other, and with Sergeant Pepper.
Sergeant Pepper. So there you are. If you ever need a Mr. Ling break, let us know in the comments.
We'll cut to Mr. Ling. See if he's doing anything exciting.
Let's see who's over in the chat. Who do we got? Gritty is here. It's called PS Now. It's on PlayStation. There's 931 games on it. And I paid $60 for a year. That's not bad. I do the same thing.
It's like $5 a month.
I subscribe to Stadia on the Google Stadia, which I find is an excellent. I really like it. I'm not as avid a gamer as I used to be, but I still like it.
Because you have a wife now.
And because I'm on Mac, I have a lot of stuff I can't play. So I love this platform because there's a lot of things I couldn't play. So if you haven't tried Stadia, I really do recommend it. It's really good. Could have a decent connection.
The last video game I was like actually good at was probably the original Super Mario on Nintendo.
Oh really?
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah. Like when we talked about this before. When the controllers started to like vibrate and there was more than an A and B and up and down, it was too much for my brain. It got more like it caused me more anxiety than it gave me joy to play the game.
I get it.
Because I couldn't fucking get it.
But I love this. This is great stuff because you've got a lot of combinations of some very complex stuff. That's some really fun stuff that you would probably go
that I could probably now learn
get into. Who else is here? Misty is here. Of course, my mother is here. They have happy now. Alex, Shai Shuli saying that she's playing Stardew Valley. It's so good. That's what I like to call my downstairs area.
Stardew Valley?
My Stardew Valley.
That's what I thought. Hey, you were not allowed to call it the same thing.
That's how I already have anything I wanted. That's last game besides Rock Band that I was good at was Mario 3.
Yeah.
Yes. Rachel Pepin.
Bonsoir.
Hello. Hello. Welcome, Rachel.
Welcome. Bonjour.
Welcome. I think we should get some stuff going.
We probably should.
We got some. We've got some really good stuff. I'm very excited for this first drink.
Oh, it's because you also know my wine is empty and I was about to refill it.
I was going to know. That's what I'm trying to do. So let's make
go over there.
Cocktail. All right. Well,
what do you need?
Stand there. I need you to just move so I can grab this out of there.
Okay. You need me to stand there. Come here. Do you need ice?
Yeah, I'll need the ice. We have probably one of the more involved cocktails we have made for a while.
Here, let me just squish this
one here.
over your,
grab that. Put that over
there, and I'm going to squish out of your way.
So we are going to start off. All right. So what we are making here, this drink I really love. You want to throw this up?
Yeah, I do. But don't throw up.
This is what we are calling the Thai lemongrass margarita.
It's good that you specify because there's 2 Thai cocktails.
Yeah, so Thai lemongrass margarita. This is a really nice drink. Now, for those of you who I'm sure, I think the very first drink we made was a margarita. The very first show.
Probably because we made quesadillas with tortillas.
Yes, so we made the margarita. And the margarita, of course, the traditional margarita, very simple, just some lime juice. It's a traditional sour recipe. So we have some sweet, we have some sour, we have some spirit. So in that case, tequila, curacao for its sweet, and lime juice. And in this, we're still keeping those key elements. We're keeping the tequila. In this case, we're going to go with the Blanco tequila. Normally with more margaritas, I go with a Raspado tequila, which is sort of a lighter, pale yellow color. It's a little deeper, it's not quite as refined as this. I find this has got a subtler taste to it. If you ever drink tequila and you feel like bad tequila,
bad, no bueno.
It's not bad tequila. It also could be just a very, very shortly aged, normally a Raspado tequila.
Raspado sounds like it rests for a bit. Is that...
So you have basically 3 types of tequila. Or generally, you have the Raspado, which has been aged the shortest. It's great for mixed drinks because it's got a little bit of bite. It's got a little bit of. Then you have the Blanco, which is generally fairly clear, and then you will have the Anello,
the old,
which is the older stuff. It's going to be incredibly smooth, and I find even when you get to a lot of Blancos could be very, very smooth. But Anellos generally are going to be. So we're going to go with this. We're going to go. This is the Trumba. This is actually your brother gave me this for my birthday.
Because he's a cool dude.
He is.
Shout out, brother. If you're
so
watching.
We're going with some tequila, and of course we're going to use a little dry curacao and lime. So we have all the basics of what would be in a margarita, but we are going to turn this into a Thai-inspired one.
I love this.
Now, first things first. If you don't salt the rim of your glass in your tequila, in your margarita, you should. The salt is part of it.
Well, it's the same reason why we why we lick the salt and open up the.
I don't like to do that. I'm not a big fan of it, but I do like. You have to have. So we're gonna just quickly rub some lime juice. And now this one is a little bit different because we have a salt plate here. This isn't just salt. This is actually salt and curry powder.
Salt and curry powder.
So we're going to get some of those. Use the curry to sort of bring a little bit of a Thai curry taste. If you can find or you make a green curry powder or some of the elements, some cardamoms and stuff like that, that would be great in this as well. But this is what we're doing here. So we're just going to salt the rim.
Is this what you made last night? Because what you made last night was divine.
Yeah, this is what I made last night.
So good.
So this is it. So again, simple thing. And then the next thing you're going to want to do is we're going to put ice in there. I'm going to get those glasses a little chilly.
Now,
boom.
If you happen to be in Montreal and you're like, I don't know where to find these ingredients, we have 2 or 3 favorite places that we go for our.
You talk while I move this stuff.
Yep, our Asian groceries. And I say Asian, I know the difference obviously between Chinese and Thai and Japanese groceries, but often because we're in a non-Asian country, the Asian grocery stores are like pan-Asian. So the supplies for tonight, pardon me, came from Kim Fat in Côte-des-Neiges, which is off Côte-des-Neiges on Goyer. Right across the street, there's Plaza Côte-des-Neiges, and inside Plaza Côte-des-Neiges, there's a massive Asian grocery store upstairs. And if not,
really good grocery
we
store.
like to go on Saint-Laurent, just south of René Lévesque. There's a great grocery store there. And there is also, if you're looking specifically for Thai and Cambodian ingredients,
up in Saint-Denis.
Saint-Denis and Jean Talon. Yeah. There's 2 across the street from each other. I'm partial to the one on the west side of the street, but that's no shade to the one on the east side.
If you're not in Montreal, check your local listings. If you're in Vancouver, just go
everywhere. Yeah. I'm just going to step back for 1 second.
All right. So now, because like I said, we're still keeping the basics of the margarita in this, but we're starting with some Thai elements, and this is how we're going to do that, and that's with a few key ingredients. The first thing we're going to take is some ginger. So I've got some ginger. We're just going to chop it up. We don't have to go we want to get sort of smaller pieces, but we don't have to go crazy. We're just going to chop up some ginger. There we are. Just over there. Just want to release some of the juices. And we're going to take all of that and we're going to put that into our glass. There we go. So, about a tablespoon of ginger. That's what you're looking for. Fresh. Make sure it's fresh. That's what's going to work. The other thing that we're going to use, because this is a lemongrass margarita, we're going to use some lemongrass. Now, before you use lemongrass, of course, the first thing you want to do is bruise it. So we're just going to take the back of our knife and just bang it on there a little bit. Just get the lemongrass open. Now this is, once you feel it's a little soft, it's bruised a little bit, we're just going to chop it into chunks. This is not like you're cooking it, so you don't have to be too picky about it. Just, again, about a tablespoon. Just going to go right into the glass with that, right into the cup with that. Boom. So now that we have all of that, last thing we are going to take, now you could use a few different things. I really like the Thai basil with this. If you don't like Thai basil,
then what's wrong with you?
If you don't like Thai basil, the other thing that this really works well with is coriander. That's really another option. Again, with anything like this, we're gonna just hit it on the back of our hand to release release the odors. Boom, boom, boom. We're just gonna dump that in there. I'm gonna say probably about 8-10 leaves. Don't want that big twig of it. Now that we have that in there, we are going to take a little bit of agave syrup or agave nectar, agave syrup, and we're just going to put probably about a half an ounce into there. There we are.
Marie-Eve Boucher says she's craving food from Kamshing. 2 nights ago, we almost went to Kamshing, and yesterday I almost sent food to my sister from Kamshing. So.
Well, there you go. So now this, again, what we want to do is we want to muddle this. Now this, when we've muddled before, we've generally muddled leaves and some sugars, which are fairly easy to break. Now, because we're muddling lemongrass and ginger root in here, we're going to put a little bit more pressure. But again, you're not smushing it. You're trying to sort of grind it and release the oils. And like you want that liquid you want the liquid of the agave to sort of be your catalyst to start getting those flavors out, and you want to just
little swoosh.
You're not smashing it, you're just smooshing it.
Like a little like
you
that.
Want to use your
That was your burlesque segment for the evening, folks.
And you can start to really smell those. And again, don't take your time with this. About a minute. Give it about a minute.
Oh my God.
To really get that going.
Smells like vacation. I love your shimmy, Sylvie Couture.
There we go. So once we have that in place, you've got that. Oh,
damn. It smells like a meal though. Like that smells like something that I would like put on chicken.
So now that you have that set, now we start to build the marg around it. So first thing we're going to do, 3 ounces of tequila. Now I'm making one that we're going to split because this is technically a big drink.
You're making one and it calls for 3 ounces of tequila?
3 ounces of tequila.
C'est beaucoup tequila.
That is how much I made last night, but I split one between the two of us.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
So there's one.
Tequila.
So we're making just one drink here. So that's 3 ounces of tequila. Boom.
So if you're at home and you're alone, you're going to be drunk. That's all.
We are going to add to this a half an ounce. Give us a little bit of our sweet of the orange liqueur. We're using dry curacao. If you like it a little bit sweeter, I would go with a little
Cointreau.
Cointreau. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I like it a little bit sweeter. Now,
there's a reason.
To this, we are going to add 3 ounces of lime juice.
Oh la la.
So, we're just going to.
Can you leave that handy? Because I also, because Thai, I know, I'm just saying, Thai is like so lime dependent. And if I'm not mistaken, I think they call this a lemon in Thailand.
Yeah, this is a lemon.
This is a lemon. I seem to recall that.
I got it.
But you don't have 3 hands.
I know, I don't need it.
Is that avocado tequila? No, it's not avocado tequila.
It's just called, regular. That's what this one is. Tromba.
It's called Tromba. I'm just going to read it.
No, it's standard. It's agave. It's 100% agave tequila. What are you doing?
Oh, I thought you were handing it to me.
No,
I'm just confused.
Well, it's not. You don't need to do nothing.
Okay.
Yes, you want to do me one thing?
No.
Grab me one lime.
I don't need to do nothing. My husband just said. Oh, there's one behind you, actually.
Where?
With my ingredients.
Well,
Just in case you wanted a fast one, and I'll replace it.
All right, so that one. So there's 2 ounces of lime in there. We're gonna add.
Splooch.
And last one. Generally an ounce per
lime.
Per lime. All right, we have that in there. Boop. To this, we're just gonna fill up. That can't throw that.
Yeah.
Perfect. Pop that on. I will wait for you to.
Oh, wait a minute.
Are you ready?
I got a big.
And it's time to shake. There we go.
I knew exactly when you were going to end. Okay.
With that out of the way, we are going to make sure we double strain this, as we have a lot of ingredients in here that we don't want in. So let's just double strain, and we'll go 1.
So it's called Margarita Yum, is what it should be, because yum in Thai, if I'm not mistaken, is salad. So it'd be like a yum margarita.
There we go.
Say Trey Green.
Mm-hmm. There we go. Put that down there, and now we're just gonna put these back if you don't mind.
Thank you.
And that'll just make it pretty. We have these gorgeous lime leaves, which I love the color of these and the way they come. So you can take like that. That's perfect right there.
If you make the trip to the Asian grocery store and you end up with this many lime leaves, because that's often how they're sold, you can put these in the freezer. Stick them in some, wrap them nice and tight in aluminum foil, or you can stick them in an airtight Ziploc, or you could zzzz them in your food processor, put them in some oil, and freeze them in ice cubes.
And there we go. That is.
Oh, does that look good?
The Thai lemongrass margarita.
Margarita Yum.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Mm. In case you don't like, if you don't like salt, also make sure you give somebody a straw.
Like
sometimes
salt.
That can be a little bit. If you don't want that.
No, I want salt.
Oh, okay, cool.
I love salt.
Here we are. It's a really lovely drink.
Mm.
It's fresh. It's light.
It's really good.
But it also gives you a little bit more complex flavors than normally you would get in. I find in a margarita, because you have the ginger, so you get a little spicy in that. You have that lemongrass, really distinct,
it's so
woody
fresh.
texture flavor.
Mm.
Oh, it's really good. Ah. Mmm.
Was last week the week we did the yoo-hoo? Yeah, it was, right? The egg creams?
Yeah.
See, I don't hate everything. I love this. This is fresh.
I never said why do you make it sound like you literally hated everything up until this point?
No, because like I always feel bad when we make cocktails on the show that I'm like, man, not my favorite. This,
that's okay. I've made.
These are so good. Do it.
Yeah. This is a lovely. I'm just gonna give this. We're gonna make stuff again with these in a bit. Boom. We are good.
We didn't mean to make you miss us and Thailand.
Yeah. So that is. It's delicious. It is really. It's the model again. One of the things, if you're exploring your cocktail, your inner bartender cocktail thing. Again, when you break down the basics of the concept of the sour, the concept of the old fashioned, the flip, what those mean, then you have a few different things. When you start to break down what different drinks can I try, and mix and matching the different things to get your little bit of sweet, your little bit of sour, your little bit of. But muddling is one of the most wonderful things. Taking some fresh ingredients, putting them in, see what you get in something that you know, like a margarita. The super simplest of drinks. What does it taste like? Recommend trying this one.
And again, it's interesting because, you know, the same way you spanked your basil leaves, like you're releasing essential oils and all of these things.
Yeah,
The
I'll
leaves
get
have
this one.
oils in them. The chili peppers have oils in them.
Yeah.
So all of that.
There's no chili peppers in this one.
No, I know, but I'm about to also release some oil from the chili peppers.
That's what she said.
And if they were making it along with us, they know that there was no chili peppers in it. But anyway, it's amazing because you can take these, as Dan was saying, these building blocks of your cocktail, and once you know what flavor profile you want to play in, then we were joking about the trifecta of Thai before, which to me is Thai basil, lemongrass, and kaffir lime leaves, but other people would argue that when you're cooking, which I'm about to do, that would be lemongrass, lime juice, and fish sauce.
Yeah.
So all of these flavors tend a little bit more towards, I find, the salty. You're not getting a lot of, wow, it's annoying when you try to clean stuff. When there's a
I
shovel
wish somebody
on.
would tell you that.
I know. Anyway, so I find because again, if this isn't your first time joining us, you know that I'm a salty dog. I'm a vinegar-based chick. I don't love sweet. I'm not a big dessert fan. I like salty, flavorful, acidy kind of things, and that to me is a lot of what Thai cuisine is. So this is delish.
Yeah. There we go.
Mucho good.
Excellent.
Party time.
Yeah. So there we go. What are we doing now?
We're asking a question. Oh no, we're super behind. Are we super behind?
We're super behind.
We're super behind.
Yeah.
All right, so
here.
I can skip over my Thai facts. I can.
We can combine them with later on.
I can pepper our episode with some facts about Thailand. Did you know?
Yes. No. Probably. Let's find out.
Did you know
Did you know?
that of all 63 million inhabitants of Thailand,
How many of them named Dave?
1/10 of them live in Bangkok.
1/10.
1/10 of the entire country of Thailand, so 6.3 million people,
Yeah.
live in Bangkok.
What
And I'm
percentage
sure
of
it's more than that when you add that's
Bangkok
living
is
in.
a huge
Bangkok
city.
is
Bangkok is New York level big. I'm pretty sure. It's like,
I would say
that was like
Bangkok
12
is
million?
bigger than, well, it depends if you're looking at population, because I don't know if 12 million is inhabitants or 12 million is everybody with tourists and whatever, but I was blown away
It's a big city.
by the size of Bangkok and by also the dichotomy of Bangkok.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we stumbled upon a very fancy shopping center called the Siam, the Paragon Siam, where there was nothing that was not Burberry, Prada,
Super expensive.
super
High-end,
expensive,
super high-end.
high-end. There was no Gap, there was no Guess, there was all.
Well, there was. They had the levels, so that you could go to the mall that was maybe a one down, and there'd be the.
Well, there was a different mall, but
Yeah,
in this
but
particular.
obviously under the Paragon branch, under the Paragon name.
But then you've got a mall like that, and then if you take the SkyTrain or whatever, like 2 stops away, it's absolute squalor. So
Yeah.
I don't know if I had ever seen that blatant a dichotomy that geographically close.
Yeah.
If that makes sense, like where you have like Rodeo Drive next to the worst of the worst kind of thing. But yes, so 1/10 of Thailand's population resides in
Okay.
Bangkok.
What's the population of Canada?
I thought it was 33 million people.
33 million. How many people live in Toronto, Montreal, and Vancouver combined?
Oh shit! Like,
So I wouldn't say
well,
it's
there's
all
people.
about-
There's people in front of their computers. I'm going to say Montreal. At last check, I thought Montreal was about 3 million.
Yeah.
Please feel free to correct me. I'm pulling numbers from.
The reason
where
why I'm saying is those 3 cities, I think, probably have the equivalent of 1/10 of our population.
I'm going to say Toronto's at least 6 million.
Oh yeah, maybe so. It might be a little higher.
So I don't know. Anyway, it's wild. Bangkok
So
is
Toronto
wild.
could technically have 1/10 of our population in Toronto.
Yeah, I guess. But it's also it's I think if you're going to have this conversation, and I didn't get my maps out in my almanac, but I think it also, you have to look at square footage and just general footprint of a city.
Good.
But yeah,
Let's ask a question.
let's ask a question.
Ask a question. I've had so many good questions that inspired me this one, but I decided to start with the single most simple question. What's your favorite Thai food dish? What is your favorite Thai food dish?
I'm about to make it.
You're gonna make your favorite Thai food dish?
I am.
So
we're having tom yum tonight.
Tom yum, which I've told people. I've mentioned it online a little bit. So
so did I. When we were in Thailand, I think I ate a tom yum soup.
Everywhere you went.
No exaggeration, once a day. At least once a day, if not sometimes twice a day. I just, you know, when you find that perfect blend of flavor, like that's what tom yum is to me, is like the perfect. And I love, and you know I love soup. And this isn't a cream soup, so like crazy like diet dancer me is also like, I could eat as much of this as I want. There's nothing bad in here. It's good for you.
I would like. It's funny because I think it used to always be tom yum, but there was an issue with tom yum and me. I'll get into that a little bit later.
Okay. Do you have a fight?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, you could probably say that. Well, I had to fight with somebody in tom yum, and unfortunately got involved.
Okay.
And I eat a lot of pad thai. I love pad thai. I love to make pad thai. But I think something I'd never had until we went and cooked it in our little was larb. And I think larb is just so incredible for just such a simple dish.
So larb, basically, for anyone who doesn't know, is like a minced pork salad, basically.
Yeah. But you just take those basic flavors, add it to the pork, and put some rice in. Oh, so good.
But I even found, like, when we were in Thailand, that the smallest things, papaya salad.
Papaya salad?
And this is a duh comment, so I apologize for making it, but when fruits and veg are at their optimal freshness, you don't need to do a lot to them to make them delicious.
There's a lot of...
You can take a papaya, put some like bird's eye chili in there and some other stuff, not a big deal. Like last week I made the cucumber salad. We had fresh cucumber. I used some vinegar and some fresh onion. Delicious salad. If your produce is fresh.
But I think it was a lot of Thailand. There was so much of the food just by the... Both Thailand.
By the side of the road.
Cambodia.
Yeah, Cambodia as well. Well, we'll do it. Cambodia will be its own episode.
But I think you had that. We had so much of that we're literally just sitting and eating an entire papaya or a mango or a pineapple was just so easy and ready and everywhere and would fill you up really well. And
cheap also.
And cheap as hell.
I love mangosteen. If you've never had a mangosteen, it's worth the $6 investment for the one tiny fruit that you're going to get in Canada. And I finally realized why they're so expensive. For years they were banned, and now they're not banned, but they have to irradiate the fruit when it comes into Canada because of like Asian fruit flies. So like,
I want to eat it more now
because it's irradiated.
Yeah, because I want to see if I can like get.
Turn green.
I want to get mangosteen powers.
But like
be mangosteen man.
A mangosteen.
Mangosteen.
Oh, it is Jewish too. Perfect.
I wouldn't choose that.
I did.
But I said it was going to be me.
I just forced my religion on you for the first time in our entire relationship.
Yeah, well, that's never going to happen.
Exactly. I know better. But what amazed me, I remember we were in Koh Samui and we were walking down the side of the street, and there was this little woman with her fruit stand situation, and she had mangosteens, and I think it was like 5 for the equivalent of like 80 cents Canadian or something like that. And I was like, I just wanted Dan to try one because he had never had one. So I said, can I just have one? And she didn't understand why I would just be buying one. So like I ended up giving her money for like the whole 5, and she gave me like 2, and that was fine. But delish. Have mangosteen.
Very good, very good. Let's see what everybody else likes.
English.
Rice. Mangoes and sticky rice. That's delicious. I love that. And Tonkinese soup from Rachel Pepin. I love
Tonkinese. Tonkinese is more Vietnamese, no?
Is it? Yeah, Gulf of Tonkin is in Vietnam.
That was not me calling you out. That's me just being culturally sensitive and aware.
But it's still very good.
Yeah.
For Thai, I don't know. Cool.
Mais ça se peut que la soupe tonkinoise is Thai. In my brain, it's Vietnamese, but again, we all appropriate food the way we appropriate food, right?
Yeah.
Like what our Chinese dishes in North America aren't necessarily Chinese dishes. So, but yeah.
Cool.
Oh, why you cannot eat pad thai?
You cannot eat pad thai.
What's happening?
Well, I will tell. Maybe it's the same thing that happened with Tom Yum. Let's find out. Boom. Let's go back to here. I think we should go to this.
We should go to Nana Plaza or Blondie?
No, Blondie.
All right, let's
I
go
can
Blondie.
move Nana Plaza down a little bit.
I'm just going to move this over here.
Yeah. Well,
actually, before we go to Blondie, can I do one thing?
Why don't you wait to put that there when we're not on camera?
Well, we are on camera.
No, but I said, why didn't you wait until we're not on camera?
That's fair, because I was going to bring this forward and just explain a little thing about what we're doing for the soup. So
let's do it after. Let's explain when we're making the whole soup then.
Then that's fine.
That's good.
He wins.
Aha! I paid attention. We have an incredible cast of characters. We have a few people who won't be joining us tonight. Chef Duyan has flown the coop. He's run off with a chicken.
To make jello. Sweet jello.
Sweet jello out of those sweet chicken legs. And Kingpin is still, she's just finishing. He had to move. At sea. They had to move everything.
Yeah.
They had to move the whole hideaway. He said he's done and he will be back for next week. But he has, his butt looks very good because he's been moving a lot.
Giddy up, Kingpin.
So you'll have that.
If you have
Kingpin's butt to look forward to. But we always do have something that is lovely, it's sexy, a little weird.
But aren't the best things in life lovely, sexy, and a little bit weird?
And that's why everybody loves Tom Hanks.
It's Butterscotch Blondie!
And a sexy woman eats food
for 1 minute!
Butterscotch Blondie! That's right. She was eating candied orange peels that she made.
I love that.
Yeah.
Also, I just have to address...
Be fed by a disembodied
Good morning, that Disney man.
Good morning, that Disney man.
How are you? Is it morning where you are? And if so, where are you?
Is the Disney man in Australia?
Ça se peut. It is possible.
I thought Disney man was Australia.
But just let us know what's going on. And Misty, I understand, and I find that... like, I have food that Dan will say to me, why are you eating that? You know it's going to make you sick. But there are certain things that I just can't say no to. Like, I'm half lactose intolerant. I don't mind saying no to ice cream 90% of the time. But spice and oil, it's a hard, like, it's not a hard no. It's literally, it's physically difficult to say no.
Yes.
It's a hard no.
Fair.
But yeah.
What are you going to make for us?
Right now, what we're going to do is we're going to make a little bit of shrimp oil. Now, do you need...
Shrimp oil.
Shrimp oil. Do you need to make shrimp oil to make Tom Yum, El Diablo? No, you do not. Pardon me for one moment as I slip away and pretend I am...
I don't know why she doesn't do that at the beginning.
Because my hair sometimes looks really good at the beginning of the show, and I don't want to put it in...
Well, why don't you just wear a hairnet then?
Well, are you fucking kidding me?
Why do you have a wig you can whip off?
Because a wig is hair that's going to get in food anyway.
No, but you can whip it off when it's time. You have like a bun underneath it.
Oh, like a hair reveal? Like,
yeah.
I could maybe do that for next
Or
week.
hats. A series of smaller hats.
Smaller hats. I could do that too.
That's why I always thought...
I am so sorry that I have let you down. Next time, more hats. Okay, so the deal is, You can make tom yum. If you were to go online right now and Google tom yum recipe, you would end up with, I'd say, at least 20 different ways to do the same thing with almost the same ingredients. Mm-hmm. What do you mean, El Diablo? I mean, some people use water, some people use stock.
What kind of stock?
Well, that's the other thing. When we did our cooking course in Thailand, we used chicken stock. One of my favorite Thai cooks on YouTube uses shrimp stock. Mm-hmm. Because we're making tom yum goong, which is tom yum with shrimp, tom yum gai chicken, tom yum pla fish, if I'm not mistaken. I don't speak such good Thai, but I'm trying. The flavor profile is different. So instead of doing what we did when we went for our cooking class, what I'm going to do tonight, I'm going to do a hybrid between a fish stock, because we don't have time for that, and a not fish stock, which is...
Oh, shrimp stock.
Shrimp stock, yes, pardon me. Excusez-moi. So what did I do? I took probably about 12 whole shrimp, and I did this before the show.
With the heads in them and everything.
Because I'm a very strange carnivore. There are times when dealing with meat of any variety, be that fish, chicken, whatever, makes me upset. Like that. Upset. And pulling the heads off shrimp today made me upset. And I'm really glad that I did it before the show so that you didn't have to watch me puke in my mouth, basically. But the flavor in the shrimp is in the head. So what do we have in this pan right now? I've got 1/3 cup of flavorless oil. So you can use veggie oil, you can use safflower oil. I wouldn't use olive oil because olive oil has a strong flavor. I wouldn't use peanut oil, any of that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. We got this going. In here, I have 1/3 cup of oil and the heads and shells of about 12 shrimp. So what we're going to do is we're just going to heat this into the oil and the shrimp heads. Well, I hate saying the word shrimp heads.
Right. Shrimp heads.
I understand shrimp? It. Like, I don't eat head. Like, I don't eat brain. Shrimp?
I think shrimp is a plural of shrimp.
What is the multiple plurals of shrimp?
There's no such thing as a multiple plural. There's only a plural.
I can have multiple plurals.
You can.
Why are you always correcting me in front of the people?
Because you're always wrong.
I'm going to go get multiple plurals wine. So we've got that on 6.5. So I just want to get that going. Again,
6.5 is
it's medium plus.
Medium heat. Medium, yeah.
It's a little bit medium plus. Can I have a... Please?
Yeah. I got you. Don't whistle.
No, I wasn't whistling you. I was whistling at them. Okay, so if we're overhead, you'll see it doesn't take long to cook these guys' heads. And what we want is for the oil and the shrimp carcass. Like, I wish the words weren't so gross. Like, maybe that's what bothers me. It's like carcass is a yucky word. I don't know. We want all of the stuff in the pan to go red, including the oil. The oil will also, if we sizzle this for a little bit, the stuff that makes the shrimps red, and I promise by next time I'll figure out the science behind what is it that makes the shrimps red, the oil will turn red as well. So
iron.
Is it iron?
Iron.
Are you sure, or are you just saying that?
Yep. They're very good at ironing.
Shrimps don't iron. Their little hands are too little.
There's little shrimp-sized irons.
No, but they can't. They got too many hands.
I get what you're doing.
So you see, it doesn't... The other thing too, my friendlies, if you're cooking seafood really do not take so long to cook. Now we want to sizzle this. I want the flavor to infuse into this oil.
In this one, you're not cooking the shrimp though, really. You're cooking the oil.
It's the same as making... it's kind of the equivalent of making a chicken stock or a beef stock or a fish stock. What we're doing is we're using, again, the carcass, like the stuff that's in the exoskeleton and the skeleton and whatever to do this. So we're not. I don't remember what question you asked me, but like
I didn't ask you anything. I'm just saying that you're not. You said before the fish doesn't take a long. The shrimp will take long to cook, but you're not really cooking that. You're cooking the oil.
Well, the shrimp also, when we get to the next step of this whole processus, as we call it in French, the shrimp is also not going to take a hell of a long time to cook. So, oh my God, they're looking at me. This is why I can't. Like, I can't.
I think everybody should eat animals that look at you. So if you're going to do it,
I think I need to become...
That's only fair. That's only fair. If you're going to eat somebody, that is why 35 years ago yesterday, Anthony Hopkins looked directly into...
Was it yesterday?
Into...
Clarissa's eyes?
No. Let me finish my words. Into Ray Liotta's eyes and made him eat his own brain.
Is that 35 years since that movie came out?
Yeah, 35.
Jesus, I feel old. You could argue if you were vegan or vegetarian, the fact that I have a problem looking at these creatures in the eye means I shouldn't cook them. I think I would rather ascribe to a more indigenous...
I have no problem looking in the eye, but then I'm also of the same ilk as Armie Hammer.
Oh, God. But like, whatever happened with Armie Hammer and his cannibalistic?
We don't. I don't think that's. This is not the show for that.
This is not the show for that.
This is not the show. We don't want to get into a cooking show. We have to talk too much about Armie Hammer.
Well, it's baking soda, isn't it? Armie Hammer. All right. So here's the deal. The oil is getting there. It's not red, but I don't think it's going to get red.
It's not,
right?
It's not going to color that.
We're not. Yeah, it's going to color it a little bit, but it's not going to color it as much as you'd think. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to turn the heat off. I'm just going to let these poor little guys and their heads hang out in here.
Yeah.
For a few seconds. We're just going to let that infuse.
Let that infuse?
Infuse.
While we let that infuse.
Yeah.
We are what? 3 days. It is Thursday today.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
So 3 days away from... Hang on, let me set that up again. I didn't do that very well. We are 3 days away from...
Giving this stuff away.
That's right. On Sunday, 5 o'clock, only on Zoom, is our Val End Times dinner party, where we've sold a bunch of meals. If you want to get in on it, we've left it open, so you can go to stircrazy.shop right now.
If you decide right now that you're in Montreal.
Well, right by the end of the show.
We're closing it tonight, though.
Yes, and you will get. You can purchase your meal, which we will deliver to you if you're in Montreal on the island. We will deliver you a fresh home cooked meal. In fact,
yummy stuff.
Let me just go to explain. This is what we're at. So on February 14th, we are just on Zoom.
Sunday.
So you have to either purchase one of the meals or purchase our Zoom link to
Zoom
get
link is
on that show.
It can be purchased at our Shopify store. What's happening?
Why is it doing that? Suddenly it's being a dick again to me.
So I'm going to keep talking. So you've got until Sunday before we start.
What do you get? So if you order any of the meals, right now we have two. We have a non-vegetarian and a vegetarian option. The non-vegetarian option is our short rib ragu.
With a
2.5 hour, 3 hour braised short rib with horseradish cream and fresh pasta. Arancini with fresh marinara sauce.
A salad, fresh bread,
and a dessert concoction.
Oh, so many concoctions.
If you want the vegetarian option, it is exactly the same, but instead of the short rib ragu, we're going to do a charred veggie ragu,
which is heavy on the mushrooms. I was going to say the shroomies,
lots of mushrooms,
but then I worry when I say shroomies, people misinterpret me. So it'll be heavy on the non-psilocybin mushrooms.
Mushrooms are the only thing if I could go I could go non-vegetarian. I could go vegetarian.
Really?
For mushrooms.
I don't think I could ever.
If I could, it would be because of mushrooms.
I
like mushrooms more than anything else in the world.
More than meat?
Yes. I like meat a lot, but mushrooms I like more.
More than like a burger, a steak, a hot dog, a chicken, a fish.
A hot dog and a burger and a hot dog was the options you gave me first.
Excuse me, you know I love burgers.
Yeah,
but like,
they're fine.
More than a steak, more than like a fish, you'd rather just have mushrooms.
Mushrooms done right, nothing better. Now, if you want to go, like I say, it's going to be open till the end of the show still. The full non-vegetarian dinner is $40 per person. The vegetarian option is $25 per person. There is a meatball add-on, which you can add 3 meatballs.
For $12.
With marinara as well, $12. Or if you just want to come in and join the party, we had a lot of fun when we did this for our Christmas Eve show. For $10, you can just get the Zoom link, and come join us. Now, out of any of those purchases, all those purchases, $5 from every purchase will go towards Resilience Montreal.
Which is formerly the Native Women's Shelter in Montreal, and they're so busy right now. Yeah. They need so much help. So
$5 from every purchase will be going to that.
So if you're in a different country and you want to join us, Sunday is Zoom only. It's and it's a special day because we're normally Thursdays. It's an additional show. Mm-hmm. It's charity monies.
There.
And you've got until you've got 57 minutes. If you want to order food and you haven't done it yet, you've got until 7 o'clock to do it.
Yeah, so you can order the Zoom. You can order the Zoom link until Sunday.
Oh yeah.
So if you want to. Food, if you've ordered food food will be delivered on either Saturday or Sunday.
Sunday.
And it will be available at stircrazy.shop. Also, while you're there, you can pick up an incredible
we have a new
some merch while you're there.
We've got some new merch coming in next week.
The merch is already up there.
I know, but it's coming in finally.
The
other thing too is if you're questioning why would I pay for a Zoom link on Valentine's Day? Last time when we got together for Christmas Eve, we played some games. We had some fun.
Yeah, we did it's still a whole show, and we still do some stuff. We still made some drinks.
But we also kind of allow you guys to get more involved. There's like facial recognition and shit, so it's good.
Oh, that's right. Mushrooms from the tapas place her and I used to go to. Those are really good mushrooms. So all of that, one more time, is Sunday, February 14th, only on Zoom. Stir Crazy's Val N times.
Val N times.
Yes.
And I'm going to say this. I don't know that I'm going to do this because I have...
Hang on, just go about it. I'm going to get out of here. There we are.
Danny D and I have a lot of cooking to do, but because the theme for Sunday is Val End times, if you want to dress in apocalyptic gear and you're joining us, that might be tons of fun. We could do that.
Theoretically, aren't we all currently dressing in apocalyptic gear?
Right now I am in my Chang Beer Thailand t-shirt and my Thailand pants.
You're wearing your Thai pants.
I'm wearing Thai pants and a Thai beer shirt, but I'm thinking
that could still be apocalyptic.
But I'm talking like...
You want to be Mad Max.
When everybody thought that the apocalypse wasn't really going to happen this year, and like what they thought the apocalypse would be, not sweatpants and sweatshirts, but like if you want to dress up on Sunday, feel free. That could be fun. All
right.
You do you.
Cool.
Yay, more merch. Thanks. Hi, Joe Schmuller.
Hey, Joe Schmuller.
I miss you.
Good to see you.
We haven't seen you in forever. Hi.
We haven't seen anybody in forever.
Well, I mean, like, but we also haven't seen him virtually in a while.
True,
You must be busy. I'm going to go with that.
Very true. We want to sort of get into a little bit. Give another Thailand fact.
Thailand is home as a country.
Did you? Did you know?
Did you know?
No, I don't.
Danny D, did you know?
You already asked me that.
But now I did it personally.
I know.
Everybody likes.
Well, there's nobody else here. Who else were you talking to?
Danny D.
What?
Did you know?
You all keep asking me this. I don't.
That Thailand is home to the world's smallest animal.
Which is?
The something bat. It's a tiny little bat.
Something bat?
The something bat.
You can't see it. They don't. It's something
tiny.
bat.
It's a tiny little bat. And also home to the largest fish, which is a shark.
The whale shark?
The whale shark.
The whale shark. Yeah.
So Thailand literally has like the gamut.
The
of smallest.
It's now is that do we know because they just found that lizard that was like super
I'm
small?
sure they found it in Thailand.
I thought it was in Madagascar.
I'm sure they found it.
They found Thailand in Madagascar.
You know, Madagascar, Thailand.
That's fascinating. I did not know that. That's very good information. And
it's very funny because we in Canada, if you're watching us from somewhere else, I don't feel like we're often like, yeah, weird shit happens. People get like chased by bears when they're snowboarding and stuff like that, but it's not like the norm. I always think of like Australia where they have like crazy snakes and spiders and stuff like that. I think it was only on the day that we were leaving the islands to go to Bangkok when I did a quick Google search and I was like, oh my God, there's so many things that want to kill us in Thailand. And it was scary. Sorry, choking.
Right, don't die. Speaking of crazy snakes, while we were in Thailand, yeah, you sort of tipped the bit.
Oh.
Why do you always walk away out of the show? We need you to end the show. It's very important that you're here.
You need me to end the show?
I need you in the show.
I'm in the show.
While we were there, we went to Thailand. The whole thing is last year we went on this trip. Some of it was spent in Cambodia, and then we spent some time together in Thailand. We did a little bit sort of beachy vacation Thailand.
Well, that was our honeymoon time.
Our honeymoon. And then we did what has now become my favorite city in the world, Bangkok. Bangkok is crazy. It's wonderful. It's very friendly.
And not all at the same time.
I love it. It's exactly what you want a city to be. It's insane. Isn't it the something Madagascar bat? Yes. That was my nickname in high school. But while you're in, one thing I found was amazing about Bangkok was that Bangkok is the kind of city that if you could pull an experience you wanted to have out of your head, Bangkok has the most version of that in the world. If you want to go shopping, there is the most insane shopping you could possibly ever go to in Bangkok. If you want to go to restaurants, there's crazy, weird, over-the-top restaurants. If you want to go to touristy, peaceful, tranquil, zen.
Okay, well, touristy and peaceful, tranquil don't really.
But I mean, again, what I mean is that if you that sort of.
If you want to see temples, there's.
What I'm talking about is you want to go. There's an entire park devoted to meditation.
Yes.
So you can go sit in nature and just meditate, and that's
in the middle
whole
of the
point of the park.
City. Like, yeah.
And which would drive me crazy. First of all, I cannot sit calmly for that long.
You can't sit calmly at all.
No point. It's an amazing city. But with that comes, if you want to go see some, you're in a city, one of the first things that you think of, hey, we're in a city, let's go to a strip club.
No.
Let's go, yes, you do think that. Yes, you do think that. I'm sorry. You go to a new city, one of the first things you think about is where are the strip clubs.
See, it's funny. I very rarely think that because coming from Montreal.
I've been with you when you've said that.
In what cities?
In every city we've been in.
Never. Because
that's just denial.
That's not true. Because I have tried to go to strip clubs in New York City where I remember.
I wasn't with you in New York City.
That's fine. But I remember going up to the door and saying, "Are they naked?" And the bouncer said, "No." And then I said, "Can I touch them?" And the bouncer said, "Hell no." And I said, "Yeah, no, bye." So I don't do strip clubs in most cities because that experience reminded me that in Montreal, at least in North America, we're in a very different bracket of sex entertainment. So going to Thailand, I knew we were going into something that was different.
Or so you thought. And then we came to Thailand, which was, and it's one of the things when you look up, okay, we're going to go find somewhere kind of fun and sexy to go to in Thailand. And one of the first places that you will get, will come up on the tourist guides ever, is a place called Nana Plaza.
I need to pause for one more second though. I know, you've got a segment.
Set this all set up. And...
All right, go do your segment.
I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to do it. What?
Are you doing this again?
Why am I doing this again?
I think it's key to the explanation or the funniness of the story.
Well, we can get into that after we get to what the sentence.
So go. Do your thing. Pick your lane. You go.
What?
Do your thing.
Why are you walking away?
I'm smoking.
I need you here.
I'm smoking. So give me a second. What's your thing?
As we move on. Are you ready?
I am. I'm right here.
Where are you going? Why are you standing right there? I still need you on the thing. This is why I'm asking, because I'm moving the camera. That's why.
Cool.
So now you can say what you want to say.
I don't even remember. Danny and I'll go to Nana Plaza. Yay!
Why are you upset about this?
I'm not up.
It's very clear you're upset.
No. What's the next slide, Dan? You tell a story. You clearly built the thing.
No, you wanted to talk about this.
We went to Nana Plaza. It was great.
But talk about what it is.
Well, no, I had a story before, but you shut me down. So,
but I wanted to get into so we can see something in context.
So we so I really, this has nothing to do with what I was going to say before, which was when we got to Bangkok, I had a fucking freak out. I had an absolute freak out. I have moved to Europe by myself before twice. I have never freaked out the way I freaked out when we landed in Bangkok. It was too much for me. It was, at least when we landed in Cambodia, we had friends of ours who read Cambodian. Like, I've never been somewhere where I didn't read the language. I've been to Israel, I've read the language. I've been to Germany, France or whatever, I've read the language. I've never landed in a place where I didn't read the language and we were completely alone. So Bangkok freaked me the fuck out is what was my point. But anyway, you go ahead.
No, this is...
No, it's fine. You go ahead.
What's fine? What? This is not... Explain what Nana Plaza is.
So anyway, Dan thought it was really funny that I was having anxiety and having a meltdown. So we went out to look around.
I didn't think it was funny. I just didn't understand it.
So we went out to look around for a bit, and we stumbled upon Nana Plaza, which I had read about a few times in my travel research or whatever, which is basically a sex plaza in Bangkok. Your turn.
Where you going? Like I say, it's a whole thing. It's just a plaza. It's a weird little plaza, and the whole thing is surrounded by these clubs. They all have very odd names. There's, you can see in here, there's Spankies, there's Lollipop. We have here, you can't see it behind the thing, but that one was Twister BK, which is exactly the logo of Burger King, which I thought was funny.
So basically, it's a three-floor plaza, 3 sides around,
like a mini mall.
Like a mini mall. With that wonderful, I don't know if you can see it up there, that beautiful Bite logo that happens as you walk in. But El Diablo, what is Nana Plaza? It's a sex plaza. It's a strip club plaza. And what I found really interesting were the storefronts that were advertising real women because, and I say that in big inverted quotations, because of the entire Thai ladyboy culture, which I was aware of but not well versed in. So I mean, this was wild. This was us sitting in a beer garden, 3 floors of clubs, all strip clubs, all the way around. Some of them advertising real ladies only. Some of them very obviously Thai lady boys, of all ages, like we're talking some old drag queens.
No, all fairness, we didn't say the other side of the all ages. There wasn't.
Oh no, we're not talking.
You made it sound like there's children.
No, no children, no children. Some women who looked very young, mind you, but no children. But when I say all ages, I mean like up to like the drag den fierce mama of the club, who was just a really old Thai lady boy who actually still looked younger than me. So.
Yeah. Oh, there's Twister BK.
Oh, Twister BK.
This is my favorite one. This is you incredibly comfortable.
Because again, as I said, when we got there, I don't know why it was overwhelming as fuck. It was so scary for me. Like we were staying in an Airbnb. We were the only white faces for blocks and blocks, and I thought, oh God, did we just invade somebody's neighborhood? And like, we're not supposed to be here, and like, this is a residential neighborhood, and now we're making an Airbnb out of it. It was a lot. I just didn't want to misstep, really. But here's Nana Plaza.
It's enormous, and there's easily got to be about 50 clubs in there, maybe more.
If you've been to Nana Plaza, feel free to let us know in the comments. It was a lot, and then we met a bunch of people who had been at the Thai at the full moon party. Mm-hmm. There was some guy who gotten horribly disfigured.
Oh yeah, one guy got
from
burned.
Jumping through fire things. Yeah, it was a lot. It was really a lot, and I'm going to tell you this story because I don't care. So. We sat at that center bar for a long time.
Let's get out of here so we go back to one. So we can hang on. Let's go back to here, and that way you can tell it to here.
Fine. We sat at that center bar for a long time, and we were trying to figure out what club we were going to go into because we had to go into some club, and thankfully we had a really nice waitress who said, "Oh, you should go there." And like, we can talk about this. If you ever want to get in touch with me and talk about your experiences in Thailand, I'd be happy to talk about it, especially as a woman. So we go into this club, and the waitress had said to us, there's a hot tub show. And we were like, ooh, a hot tub show. Like, we should go to this club as opposed to the other club. So we walk in, and there was no hot tub show. There was an empty hot tub with about 10 Thai girls standing in it just dancing. No water, just empty. And then there was, 25 women on what I like to call a cake display.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a spinning stage.
A spinning stage.
About 40 to 50 people.
With numbers.
Everybody in the club had numbers, in all fairness. Every
woman in the club was wearing a number.
Owner, except the woman who was the owner.
And it was very, I'm going to have this moment for a second. It was very strange for me as a woman because I love strip clubs. I am a burlesque dancer. I have a lot of stripper friends. I have spent a lot of time in strip clubs. This felt weird. I have never been in a place that felt like a lady bakery. And when I say lady bakery, I mean because they had a revolving stage with just 40 ladies on it. Some of them super excited about it. Some of them really didn't look like they were happy to be there at all. And the idea is you order them by number. So if you ask for number 216, she comes to your table or your whatever. You can have a drink. And then if you want more, then you get to negotiate that. It was all very strange for me. And I had a really hard time being like, am I contributing to something positive in the Thai economy, or am I the worst woman in the world? So that was our experience in Nana Plaza.
There you are. One story from the travel journal.
Well, we have more stories.
I know, but that was one story, is all I said. I didn't say that we didn't have more stories. And
I think there's 2 pay-by-the-hour hotels in Nana Plaza, if I'm not mistaken.
I didn't really look into it that much. I just looked it around where I was. While we were in Cambodia, like I said, we went for a friend's wedding. we had a bunch of friends that we sort of met up with there. And we wanted to have some Thai music. We don't know anybody who plays Thai music. So what we did was we found somebody who lives as close to Thailand as possible that we know. So we have a friend of ours who we're in Cambodia with before we went to Thailand. And she lives in Australia. And she plays beautiful music.
Well, she sings beautiful music.
Well, she plays too. She plays ukulele.
It's Mickey Michelle, everybody!
She picked you up, darling, when the sky was gray. Her arms wrapped around you on a winter's day, sheltered from ice chill that came with the air. She brushed her face on your hair and ruffled your hair. She ruffled your hair. Hold her tight, little darling, and don't you cry, 'cause your mama loves you. You help her to sleep at night, and deep in the darkness, under the sheets, nestled beside her, you protect her haunted dreams, her haunted dreams. Ooh, keep her sheltered from the winter. Ooh, keep her sheltered from the storm. Protect her from the shadows of the darkness. Keep holding to her, darling, until she finds her way back home. Her way back home. Her way back home. Her way back home. She never judge you or tell you no lies. Oh, sweet little darling, you brought her back to life. Watch her eyes sparkle as she holds you close, dear little teddy. She's the one you chose. Sheltered from the winter. Ooh, keep her sheltered from the storm. Protect her from the shadows of the darkness. Keep holding to her, darling, until she finds her way back home. Her way back home. Her way back home. Back home.
Oh, Mickey Michelle, Mickey Michelle. They're doing stuff. All right, we're going to make another drink.
Awesome. You go for it.
I will. All right, we're going to make what I am calling la 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 la. We'll move over here and do all this. There we go. We're going to make what we're calling, here we are, the Thai style bourbon and ginger. This is a really simple drink. However, we need a couple of things, and one thing we had to prep in advance. In this, we're going to need some bourbon. When we're doing bourbon here, we're always doing Maker's Mark because, hey, it's easy to get and it's delicious. Now, this looks like we're just drinking some aviation gin. We're not drinking aviation gin. This is, in fact, what was in here.
Although Ryan Reynolds, if you want to sponsor us.
This is, I'm just going to go overhead here. Doing that. There we are. Okay, so what I did in this case is we just infused some gin. So I took a bottle of aviation that we had, and I put in this the kefir lime leaves that we showed earlier. Let them sit in for about 36 hours, 24, 36 hours. We'll let that infuse. So we get basically into the gin, where before, with the first drink, we muddled everything to bring out those flavors, do it in a quick way. This way, we're going to get a much more intense flavor, but it's going to take some time. So, wild or kaffir lime leaf infused gin. And in this case, we're also going to do a little bit of, for the ginger, we're going to use some ginger beer. In this case, a spicy pineapple ginger beer. And to round it out, some lime juice and some orange juice. So, first things first. Let me just bring that recipe back up. Here we are. So, into this, we are going to pour, there we are, 2 ounces of bourbon. Wow. There we go. And to that, we're going to add 2 ounces of, there we go, 2 ounces of the lime-infused gin. Really nice. Now, into this, we are going to add, per each, the juice of an orange. I'm just going to take a little bit of orange there, throw that into here. Don't worry about measuring this, just going to put in the juice of a whole orange. And since we're making 2, we're going to do 2 oranges. Boom, boom. Oh, in fact, I got an idea. Wonder if this will work. Let me see if I can make something work.
You're going to rice an orange?
I'm going to rice some orange juice.
I don't know if that's going to work.
I have a sneaking suspicion it won't. But let's try it.
Why are you doing it?
Because it's a funny idea.
Okay.
Look at that. Oh, yeah.
George Smith was talking about full contact bingo.
There you are.
It's because you live in Montreal. That doesn't exist anywhere else.
Full contact, I don't even know what that is.
I don't think anyone really does, but it was a good joke. And I liked it.
All right, so there we are. One more, 2. Let's just go back to here. So that does work. My ricer does work, but not quite as good as this does.
We'll go figure. One was made for juicing.
Yeah, but it's not really made for oranges. That's why I'm talking about it. Yeah, it's not made for oranges.
Well, we have an orange juicer.
Yeah, but
Sorry, this is covered now in juice. That's not good. You know what? You don't want your technology covered in juice, Fred.
There we go.
Or your arm.
Not sometimes your arm covered in juice.
Oh, hi, Sean.
And to each of this,
Hey, Sean Colton.
you want to add 1/2 of a lime juice. So there's a lot of orange juice, fresh orange juice, a little bit of lime juice. We have the bourbon and the lime infused gin. To that,
What are we adding to that?
ice.
Oh my God, do we have Betty Boop glasses? For
Yes,
real?
we do.
Shocking.
There we are there. Gonna quickly put that over that. And
I know. Sorry, Sean Colton. So sorry.
you're not shaking.
I was talking to our people.
All right. There we go. Orange juice done. We are going to now into each of our tall glasses. We are going to add some ice. Boom, boom, boom. And I need to have, there we are.
You might want to, well, hold on, you might want to wash that. It's covered in in shrimp juice.
No, I washed it out just 2 seconds ago.
Oh, okay.
Pour that in there.
Let's see if my cocktail tastes like shrimp.
There we go. There we go. And now, last touch to this. We are just going to add some of this pineapple spicy ginger beer.
Fancy pineapple.
Top that up. There we go. And there we go. And here we are.
Are you high?
And now to just do that. Oops. There we go.
Okay, I have a question that's going to make you mad.
There we are.
Why are we doing this if it's not going in the drink?
It's garnish. It's just garnish.
Okay, cool. Cheers. Can use it later.
There we have that.
It's very Thai tasting, actually.
Very Thai. That infused lime,
extremely-
infused gin is really boom.
The infusion is delicious, but the spicy pineapple also gives that level of kick to the Thainess of all of this. Yeah.
Plus, then I find then you also have the bourbon in there to sort of give it a little bit of a warmer flavor.
All right, friends.
So I guess there I'm done.
For me?
I guess there I'm done. Trying to talk about that some more.
Well, go for it.
No, it's fine now. What? That's all. So I just with all of that kind of stuff, just play around with it. And again, we went this sort of spicy pineapple stuff. Just a straight up ginger beer would be really nice in this. Whatever you want. It's all yours.
You are the master blaster of your own drink disaster, right? Right. So, friends. Got a weird fish head situation in here. Sorry, not fish head. Shrimp head situation in here. And if you go over top, could you please do that?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. You can see, actually, that the oil has changed color. It's got this kind of shrimp scenario color in it. We're going to call it that. We're going to call this is Pantone's 2021 shrimp scenario. So we've got that. We're going to put that aside for 2 seconds. In this pot over here, we have about 5 cups of water. So I got it. Thank you very much. We're going to get this. Actually, I don't even want this here. We're going to just put this over here for a second. What? So into this pot of water, we're going to take at least 2. If you want 3, use 3. I'm not. If you look at how your lemongrass comes to you in a few different ways, like this was a grocery store purchase, the Trudeau Farms lemongrass citronnelle. This was an Asian grocery store purchase. So I don't feel right telling you how many stalks of lemongrass to use because one comes to you in this format, the other one comes to you in like almost 3 times as big. So I'm going to use this because this feels more authentic to me. I'm going to get rid of this. We need 2 of these guys, okay? However many of these guys. I'm going to take the bottom off. And there will always be that one leaf of dead stuff that comes off as well. And we're also going to take the top part of this off. All right. again, if stuff gets loose, I have no problem just removing it because in my mind, it doesn't want to be there. So if it's naturally taking itself off the stalk, go for it. We've cut the top, we've cut the bottom. We're going to take the back of our knife and we're going to smash this. Cut that open. And again, we've spoken about this a few times tonight. We're releasing oils. We're releasing flavor. You could also use a meat mallet if you wanted to. Also, always really good for just getting out your angst, right? I'm taking all of it. I'm throwing it all in there. Cool. What else, El Diablo? Well, my friends, we're going to use some galangal. But isn't that just ginger? No, it is not. Very similar looking to ginger, not the same thing. I find ginger is a fiery, hot scenario. Galangal is a bit more piney, earthy, if you will. It's not as spicy. We want about 7 or 8 pieces of this.
You want them whole or?
Oh, I'm putting them in there whole. Because right now we're looking to infuse our broth, right? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and because no one is the boss of me, 9, 10. Getting that in there, okay? Cool. We have our Thai bird chilies. Now, normally, I would stick these in the mortar and pestle. I would smash them up, whatever, or I'd cut them super small. But because we don't know who's coming to dinner and we don't want to accidentally poison anybody, what we're going to do is we're just going to cut these guys in half so that they're super visible in the soup. And we're going to release some of those oils as well. So we're just going to press on them. If you really don't want them to be spicy, take the seeds out. So you can cut this in half, but what I'm really doing is just trying to get the flavor in here into our broth. So far, we've got lemongrass, we've got galangal, we've got Thai bird chilies. I'm going to quickly chop up. I'm sorry, can I just rinse that? No problem. We've got some shallots here. The only thing that I'm not putting in here, friends, is Roma tomatoes because I'm super weird about cooked tomatoes in my soup. Not everybody puts tomatoes in their tom yum. Some people do, some people don't. I used to think that the red sort of color in the broth had to do with tomato. It does not. It's from the shrimp shells. So we're going to chop up these shallots. Throw this in here. And can you pass me? I think I have a nice branch of kaffir lime leaves behind you. Thank you very much. Mm-hmm. So again, friendlies, we're just making the broth right now. So yeah. If anybody wants to come clean my kitchen sink after the show. I always find with Asian food there's so much.
There's a pandemic.
Well, there's there's just so much prep. I find.
Yeah, well, it's. I find Thai food especially. It's a lot of prep.
And then when you're actually cooking, it takes 4 minutes to do it, right? Mm-hmm. Because fine, but so. I think I'm forgetting something. Can you bring up my recipe, please? Yep.
Lemongrass is in there.
Lemongrass.
Kaffir, lahungan, Thai chilies,
Oh,
galangal.
my kaffir lime leaves. Here we go.
So how are you doing the kaffir lime leaf?
I am literally pulling them off the stem here. And again, like everything else, we want to infuse the oils like in all of our aromatics, right? So I've got about, I don't know, 10, 15 lime leaves here. I'm just going to rip them with my hands, friends. Just, you want to bruise them a little bit, like get them in there. When Dan was doing the cocktail, he did this. This is not what we want to do because, like, we're looking to like get the oils out.
This drink has so much lime in it.
Yep, and it's but that's also because of your infused.
That's what I mean. That's that flavor. That's what I'm talking about.
Am I missing anything? I got chilies. I got lemongrass. I got. Can you bring my recipe?
Yeah, do it again. Do it again. Do it again.
Thank you.
There you are. Mushrooms. And
No,
fish sauce.
not yet.
Fish sauce?
Not yet. Fish sauce. Lime juice will be one of the last things to go in because you don't want to cook your lime juice.
Thank you very much for our quality on our camera angles.
Oh, merci beaucoup. Gracias and thank you.
All right.
So what we're going to do right now is we're just going to bring this to a boil. We want to get these aromatics working together. I don't know why. I think
I'm going to move that into here.
I just think I'm forgetting something. I've got lemongrass. I've got galangal.
Not at all. You need to put the coriander in?
No, coriander
Goes
is
in late,
a
yeah.
garnish.
Yeah.
Galangal. Okay, so I think that's
Here, let me
right
move this
now-
onto here so you can. Or do you need that? Do you need this still with that? Or?
I don't know. I don't need nothing.
All right. Let's move that in here so I can.
Thank you.
Hang on to your drink.
Thank you very much.
There we go. Now you can see. I just want to get everybody to see what's going in the pot here.
All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to bring this to a boil. And we're going to get this
Yes,
to
it's
cook.
soup. Hello, Margarita.
Oh, soup.
We're cooking some Tom Yum Guy
We're
bass
making
fishing.
Tom Yum Guy.
Bass fishing, or is he bass fishing? It looks like he's playing a bass in this. Oh,
I
no,
don't
he's
know.
playing a bass, actually.
Like a bass, like a fish?
He's playing a bass in this picture.
Are you playing a bass? Does it go like this?
He's slapping a bass. He's slapping a bass.
You want this to get going for about 5 solid minutes at least, so that we start to get, you'll smell it. These aromatics, like part of what I love about Thai food is these little tiny things have so much flavor. Mangosteen, so much flavor. Thai bird chili, so much flavor. All of it. It's so good.
Bass fishing's or bass fishing's explanation was it's a bass, but it's like it's a bass.
Or like
Or
it's a bass, but it's like it's a bass, or is it like a bass,
like it's a bass,
but it's like a bass?
like a political bass?
Like a foundational base?
Yeah. Or a foundational bass.
I often put bass on my face
Foundational
when I'm trying
bass.
for foundation.
You know who's good for that? My nemesis.
On the premises?
My nemesis.
Is that me?
No.
Oh, I
No, it's
assumed these
Tyra
days
Banks.
it's me. Oh, Tyra Banks is your nemesis?
No, I don't like Tyra Banks. We
Why?
don't get along.
Did you actually physically have a fight like you
No.
and Katie Lang did?
No, I didn't. I didn't have a fight with Katie Lang. She punched me. There's a difference.
I don't think Katie Lang is the type of person who would have just punched you.
Yeah, totally done. It's not like I took a swing and she ducked and then got a good one in. There was no other punches thrown, so it's really hard to call it a fight when only one punch is thrown.
So just Katie Lang beat you up, is what you're saying?
Yeah, that's cool. I'm cool with that.
My husband got beat up by Katie Lang, folks. You heard it here first.
Totally
Has
good.
nothing to do with Thailand, but it's a great freaking story.
Yeah, it was great. It's fine.
You know the other thing I love about... Sorry, that went right up my nasal cavities 1 second.
Yeah, those are good.
But this is why I love it.
I think what really helps with all
Excuse
Thai
me.
cooking is you need to cook it on a beach.
No, but what I find spectacular about this is like, as a white North American person, I've got water, lemongrass, onions, some chilies. Just breathing it in feels healthy. Like, I don't know.
How did that have to do with you being white, though?
Because being white in North America, like what we breathe in is like Kentucky Fried Chicken. There's something about this, like this very basic aromatics in water that just smells healthier than most of the things that we do, you know?
It's funny how his name confuses everyone. He loves it. Yeah. So healthy, it made you sneeze 5 times.
It did, but because it's got the bird's eye chilies in it.
You can't sneeze once. It's impossible.
I can't actually sneeze once.
No, you sneeze like 12 times.
I sneeze like it's normally a 5. It's like a 5 sneeze commitment, but that's just how you know I mean it.
I don't sneeze. I don't believe in it. It's against my politics.
All right, Freds. Here's what's happening. How long have this been going, and how much?
I don't know.
I'd like this to go for like another minute, if that's okay.
Okay. Well, why don't you do that? Why don't we ask another question?
We can ask another question.
We have all kinds of questions we can ask people.
It's so good.
Yeah. Let that go. So that's going to go for how long?
This is a 5 to 10 minute simmer.
Yeah. Let it go. And you're not rolling boil it. You're
not rolling.
Not a rolling boil. Yes.
Rolling.
So, why don't we find out? Let's ask everybody this question and see what people have to say while they're here. Hey, if you could go anywhere in the world, right now we can't go anywhere, but if you could go anywhere in the world, let's assume there's no pandemic happening, and you won't go there and then get the COVIDs. You'll just go there and have a good time. Where would you go? Anywhere in the world.
And again, I never answer a question straight, and I don't care what he says. I care what you guys say. I'm sorry that I'm annoying, but it's because I'm like, oh, should I go somewhere that I've never been before? Because I have a huge list of that. Like, I'd like to go to Mykonos because I've never been to Greece, and I am dying to go to the Greek islands to eat delicious food and see beautiful things. On the other hand, doing this Thai episode tonight, like, last year when we left Bangkok in February, February is normally my most quiet month of the year business-wise. And we said, like, okay, maybe next year we'll just take the entire month and we'll go to Bangkok for the month of February. And that was before the pandemic. So, like, I don't know. Part of me says I'd love to be back in Asia. Like, I'd love to be in Bangkok. I'm gonna qualify it with somewhere you haven't been. Somewhere I haven't been?
Qualify it with somebody where you haven't.
Greece.
Greece?
Greece or
the
Australia?
The musical or the...
No, Greece, the country. The seat of democracy, Greece. That Greece.
The seat of democracy?
Yes,
Greece.
the seat of democracy, Greece.
I think I would go, if I could go anywhere right now, Tokyo. I'd go to Tokyo.
Okay.
I think Tokyo, I've always wanted to go. Tokyo is such a fascinating city. I love the food. Tokyo, Japanese comedy alone. I want to explore Japanese comedy because it's so awesome and crazy and fun and weird and so old school North American and new school Japanese combined into one thing. It's very cool.
Yep.
Let's see what everybody else has to say.
Stepping back for half a second.
What everybody got? Bass fishing, base fishing. I'm going to call you both each time. Wants to go to Fiji.
I want to call him Base Pro Shop.
That's...
Oh, he's the Base Pro Shop. Like, not Bass Pro Shop.
I got it.
Where are you from, Base Pro Shop?
Alphaley is asking, where's the main platform? YouTube is primarily our main platform, but we also everything is accessible on Twitch as well. So go there. Iceland from Alphaley. Let's go with that. Italy from my mom.
Alpha Lily.
There we
It took us a second.
We can't read words.
There's been cocktails.
Italy from my mom. Italy.
The Amalfi Coast.
Somewhere tropical and warm, like Fiji. You should
It's
go to Fiji.
50 degrees in Greece at the moment.
Yeah.
Jesus, and like it's there's no global warming, right?
Joseph wants to go to Longoy or Laval.
Viens-t'en Dorval, mon merci.
And Misty wants to go to Bora
Alpha Lily,
Bora.
I got you.
Bora from Misty, Portugal.
Oh my God, Misty, we looked at Bora Bora for our honeymoon. It's stupid expensive. Like, it's dumb. Like, dumb.
Yeah.
Like, 3 nights, $10,000. dumb. Like
Um,
Sri Lanka. I'm dying to go to Sri Lanka, actually.
yeah, Amalfi Coast again. Iceland is cold. Ah, yes.
You keep doing this. Give me 1 second. I just have to check one
Sri
thing.
Lanka from Margarita.
Sri Lanka is
Y'all are married. Yes, we all are married.
Yes, y'all.
All of us are married.
Y'all's of us.
All of us on this whole show tonight are married. We'll win the lottery and have to go for a party. That sounds like a great thing. So I
here's
love
what's happening.
this. All right, let's finish some soup. Can we
Yep, we're going to finish it. Here's what's going to happen.
finish the soup?
I am taking some straw mushrooms.
What are straw mushrooms?
Straw mushrooms are, I got rid of the can.
You threw away the can.
You can do enoki mushrooms in this. You can do oyster mushrooms in this.
Yep.
Straw mushrooms are readily available in Asian grocery stores. You're going to put these guys in before you put your shrimp in, right? So now we've got in this pot some water.
What did you put? Did you put the oil in or no?
I have not done that. The
Okay.
oil and the lime are going to go last. Why? First of all, you don't want to cook lime juice.
No.
You don't. It'll change the flavor. The same way if you're making stuff, and this is a total sidebar, but if you're making stuff with Thai basil, wait until the last minute to put the basil in, because if you overcook it, it changes the flavor entirely. The same way with your lime.
Hello,
So
gosh
right
darn
now-
genius. It's good to see you. This man was a gosh darn genius.
Gosh darn genius! That's how I feel about
That's
myself.
Because I'm a fucking genius. You got a little schmutz in you.
Oh, thanks.
You got it. I got it.
Thanks. He really likes to embarrass me online.
I don't. I was trying to get the schmutz off so I wouldn't get embarrassed.
All right, so here's what we got. We've got everything in here is going. It is so tasty smelling. Stick your face in there for a second.
Okay. Yeah. Very, very good talk.
So, right now into this, I am going to put my shrimps. Got about 8 shrimp here, guys. Thing about shrimp is, watch this. I just turned the heat off because the shrimp is going to cook real fast. You see that? It's already, see how quickly it's turning pink?
Here, do you want a spoon?
No, I want the fish. Where's my fish sauce? Ooh.
Fish sauce.
Okay. It's here because I didn't take it out of... El Diablo, what is fish sauce? Friends, it is the best Thai condiment ever. You want about a tablespoon in here. Can I have a spoon, please?
No.
Okay, just a spoon.
Oh, okay. Just right.
Like it was a tasting spoon.
Well, you just said a tablespoon. That's why.
No, a tasting. I said that was a tablespoon. I just wanted a tasting spoon. All right.
Yes,
you
it is
see-
funky. It's a
you see-
funky thing.
You see, these guys are like, the shrimp's already cooked. It's pretty good. Oh, shit, that's spicy. This is always my problem with Thai food. Because I love bird's eye chilies, like Misty, you said something before about the oil and the whatever, right?
Put some spice.
That's got spice in it. I've got terrible IBS. I refuse to stop eating spice, despite the fact that it like legitimately kills me. But you live once. So into this, we are going to put our shrimp oil. Hold on. Whee.
Bye, Alpha Lily.
Bye, Alpha Lily. Thank you for joining us.
All right. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna get that overhead so maybe that.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
Well, your hand's in the way anyway, so I can't really see it.
All right. Oops.
Oh, shrimp head.
Get that guy's head out of there. So we just put the shrimp oil in. Can you just put that over there?
Yep.
I don't have a spoon here. So
That's
we
why
put
I said
the
if you
shrimp
don't
oil.
do it with the knife, that's gonna hurt the knife.
I didn't put Roma tomatoes in. Some people really like the tomato. I don't like the tomato. I've got the fish oil in here. Can I have
What?
like a tasting spoon?
I'll give you one.
I know.
Right here.
Oh, thanks. It doesn't look red enough for me. First of all, this is spicy as fuck. It really is spicy as fuck. I'm just gonna.
Good.
It's really delicious. It's very spicy. If you don't like the spicy, you can add more like chicken stock. You can add more water. Also, if you wanted to make a creamy, oh, that's good. If you wanted to make a creamy tom yum, what you could do is put some coconut milk in here, and that will
give it a little bit.
What did I forget? Did I
Nothing.
forget?
You haven't put the lime in. That's all you've done.
I thought I did. It's not red enough, and part of me thinks the reason it's not red enough, and also I'm going to take it off the heat so that we don't overcook our shrimp.
Spicy is good, Margarita.
Oh, spicy is the best. Like, spicy is the best. But you talk to the people for 1 second. I want to show them something.
Hi. Yes.
Oh.
What's going on over there?
Nothing. Just.
I need it for my diary book. What do you need for your diary? Oh, can you both of you please individually tell me a question you personally think about reality that is near impossible to answer? Holy, that's a heck of a question. Can both of you please individually tell me a question you personally think about reality that is near impossible to answer?
Hey, you guys can't see it, but I just dropped a quart of blueberries on the floor, and I would love to not deal with it right now.
Well, just move it. We'll take care of it later. Blueberries can't get hurt. We just won't step on them.
Yes, if we step on them, it's going to get hurt. So you keep talking to the
Yeah,
people.
I'm trying to figure out the answer to this darn question.
Who asked that question?
This is asked by Gosh Darn Genius.
Okay.
It's a question that you can ask that doesn't really have an answer. So some sort of rhetorical question, I guess. I mean, there's people are asking the classics: tree falls, chicken or egg. I like to think that the classic question that really doesn't have an answer. What happened that suddenly was the explosion of the procedural style of cop show? What happened? Something happened in our world where suddenly the science of police became more important than a good case.
Dude, it's funny because I was like a huge Law and Order for forever, and part of me thinks like, see, I already stepped on 2 blueberries. You feel what I mean? I think that. I don't know. I actually have no.
Soup. We got a minute to go too.
That's okay. Just tell the people about the Valentines.
Oh, okay.
Can you ask that again?
Can you ask that again? Yeah, no. I get what you're saying. What are the great questions? What are the big philosophical? We're talking about Plato. We're talking about Sophocles.
Who gives a fuck? There's my big philosophical question.
Apparently that person does.
To be or not to be?
Oh no, see that's
that is a question.
It is a question, but it's more to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune. Yes, one more time while we are here. Let's just reiterate. By
the way, I'm just because my tom yum is not red enough.
You're gonna put in what?
I'm putting a little bit of.
Oh, the chili paste?
Chili paste with soybean oil.
Because it's not hot enough for you either.
It's also not hot enough for me.
So, One more time. On Sunday, this Sunday, we're doing our Stir Crazy Val End Times dinner party. Here, give me.
I am not strong anymore.
Oh, doing it. There we go. Our Stir Crazy Val End Times party. On Zoom only. So if you'd like to join us, you have to
come to Zoom.
You have to come to Zoom, which means you have to go to either purchase a Zoom link or purchase, if you're in the Montreal area, you can purchase one of our delicious dinner options, like our if you're not vegetarian, our Valentine's dinner, which is a short rib ragu with horseradish cream, fresh pasta, arancini with marinara, fresh rolls, arugula salad, and a dessert platter. If you are a vegetarian, we also have a vegetarian meal, which is the same thing, except instead of the short rib ragu, you will get a charred veggie ragu. And again, you can get these right now to the end of the show at our website. The prices are for the non-vegetarian meal, $40 per person. For the vegetarian meal, $25 per person. The meatball add-on, which is 3 meatballs and marinara sauce.
And delicious.
$12.
$12.
And if you want to just join us on Zoom and join in the party, which we'll play some games, we'll have a fun, weird, groupy time. We will chug some chili paste.
Just said, what does she put in there? I'm just.
Oh, here, let me go overhead and you can show you. Oh, actually, I can't go overhead right now.
That's okay.
All of that stuff. Sorry, the Zoom link is $10. $5 from every purchase will go to
Resilience Montreal.
Resilience Montreal, helping some people out, because if you can't do that right now, what's the point of the world? You can buy the Zoom link up until
the show
3 p.m. on February 14th.
I might take my tits out. I might not.
We'll find out.
Buy the link.
I might take mine out. You never know.
Buy the link.
I'm going to take one testicle out. Food will be delivered.
Can we dip it in stuff?
Nobody can touch them. That's rude.
I was like, can we dip it in stuff?
What? I didn't ask you if you could dip your tits.
I would have done that. $25 if you want to see me dip my tits.
I gotta get my tits. Food will be delivered on the 13th and the 14th. And everything is available currently right now at stircrazy.shop. Please head over there. Plus, you can get all of our merch while you're there. So if you want some merch.
We love you.
Oh, let me go to that. Boom, boom, boom. Let's have some soup. Let's
Wait. How about one of each? I don't know about one of each. What's in the jar? Chili paste with soybean oil. Here, overhead. You can show them overhead.
There you go.
Le voilà.
No, it's not on there.
Hold on. Le voilà. Le voilà.
There you go.
Okay, I'm not a good hand model. I'm really good at
but you can look at here and see where it's angled.
Show your face. It is interesting. Where are you, bass fishing, where are you from? Where are you at? Because I might be able to tell you where to get this shit. If not, then that's cool. We can just find out where you're at. And that would be cool, because then we'll be interfacing like humans. So, yeah. New York, where? My brother went to NYU. And I'm a Montreal Jewish person who used to come to New York legit once a month growing up, because New York's the best.
Here you go. Some soup for you.
Oh, soup's for me?
You got a spoon. There you go.
No, it's good. It's missing something. I'm not gonna lie.
Did you put the chili powder?
I just put it in. I don't know if it's missing. It feels a little flat.
Smells amazing.
But the smell is delicious. And I promise you that no matter what,
I think it needs more fish sauce. It needs a bit of salt here.
If you're not feeling well during the pandemic and you're looking for soups to make you feel better, I'm going to give you my top 3. Jewish chicken noodle, tom yum, and anything Mexican that's spicy. So, like, if you've got a spicy tortilla or a spicy, like, mole kind of whatever, this is the shit that actually cleans our bodies out, guys. And I know I don't do a lot of, like, science for this. I do kind of know about it a little bit. Blast your system with groovy shit. We love you.
Yeah.
We'll see you Sunday if you buy a link. If not, sucks to be you. Be with us on Sunday.
Bass fishing is near the Niagara Falls area.
Okay, like near Buffalo styles, yeah?
All right, that is the show. That is our travel journals to Thailand. We'll be doing more of these to different places.
We will.
Next week,
The Muppets.
your favorite,
The Muppets.
which we're calling, which I have doubly touted, Get Felt Up. A Muppets tribute.
Oh my God, Get Felt Up is a great. Oh.
So next week, it's our homage to the Muppets.
The Muppets.
And so come back. We're going to make cocktails that are inspired by Muppets. I want something definitely Kermit Green and Gonzo Blue. And are you going to make some ham?
I was just going to say, and I'm going to cook Miss Piggy.
Let's do it. So, come next week, get felt up with Star Crazy. I'm the Divine Danny D. Oh, I just smashed my microphone. I'm the Divine Danny D.
I'm Elle Diabloe and I love you.
Love you, babies. We'll see you next week.